Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is a paid request for Joseph. Thank you so much for that. For those interested, requesting any type of videos, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, video game playthrough, review, re-review, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. I do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can, so thank you. And this is for Sir Billi. Billi! Find me way out of this hole. Billi. From 2012. Now, I did not know what the hell this was. And then I looked up and went, oh, I heard about this movie. This is a movie that's considered one of the more worst animated films, up there with Food Fight. But sadly, the other big thing is, technically this is the last film Sean Connery ever did. Now, there is, I think, a documentary he narrated, but came out about 2012 as this, but film-wise, this is the last one he did. Now, apparently, the people who made the film, they reached out to Sean Connery, and the way one of them said in an interview, we sent them this package, and Sean Connery had grandkids, and the grandkids liked the stuff, so they got their grandpa to voice it. And this is supposed to be Scotland's first CGI movie. So, of course, with his grandkids, and then proud of his country, we're into animation, let's do it. And if you did it for your grandkids, I get it, man, but this was horrendous. It is one of the worst animated films you would ever see. The animation is beyond garbage, like Food Fight. It's clunky, it's cheap, everybody looks ugly as hell. It's a kid's film, but all the women have like big tits ready to shoot out and hit their face. My face, your face, and their own faces. The designs, the movements, they're just very ugly to look at. I mean, you want to say an eyesore? Watch any clip or trailer from this film. And it's like, I was saying, yeah, Sean Connery idea, but you think about the films he turned down. He turned down being the bad guy in Die Hard with a Vengeance. Because John McTiernan, that was his first choice for Simon Gruber, because he worked with him on The Hunt for Red October. Now, Jeremy Irons did a great job. But Sean Connery's like, oh, I don't want to play a bad guy. But then, 3 years later, he did The Avengers. Not the Marvel one, the one where he dressed up and hanging out with people look like fucking Care Bears. Like fucking candy bears. Candy snatchers. Candy asses. Gummy bears. Hanging around a bunch of fucking gummy bears. You'll be a villain in that, but not in Die with Avengers. Like, you won't do The Matrix. You won't do Lord of the Rings. But you'll do this. I mean, I like Sean Connery. I like a lot of his films. But, man, he did some shit films, too. Sword of the Valiant. Meteor. The Avengers from the 90s. This film. I mean, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen has his issues. But that's better than these films. In my opinion. So yeah, Scotland's first CG film, maybe their last. I didn't look into it. I don't know if they did any others, but I would think you watch this and you'd be just too fucking embarrassed to ever even try to make another one. So Sean Connery plays Sir William Sedgwick, who's a veterinarian. The gist of the plot is that the government, they're removing beavers because now they're illegal in Scotland. As they're moving them to where they need to go, one guy who he's fucking around with their candy bar crashes, sends the boxes down the hill. One of them breaks and a beaver gets loose. One beaver called Bessie Boo, who hides, and then when the humans leave, this rabbit comes and adopts the beaver. Cut to 5 years later, the beaver's with the rabbits, and they're like, "We never see anybody like you, you're weird as shit." They don't say it like that, but they might as well. Meanwhile, Sean Connery is a vet. He has a buddy who's a goat, voiced by Cumming, guy who played Nightcrawler in X-Men 2. He was in the Stallone film Get Carter. And for some reason, he's wearing an outfit that looks like Bruce Lee's Game of Death. Or Uma Thurman, the one she wore in Kill Bill, Volume 1. I'm like, why does his outfit look like Game of Death outfit? I don't get that. And yes, I should mention, because this is Sean Connery, they make a lot of references to his films. The opening credits is trying to be like James Bond opening credits. In the third act, characters are in the water, and all of a sudden a fucking submarine rises up. And then Sean Connery's like, "That reminds me of an adventure I had long ago." Hunt for Red October. There's a line where someone goes, "Forget Indiana Jones, I'm Jemima Bond." Indiana Jones, Last Crusade, Sean Connery was in that. James Bond, Jemima Bond, okay. During the big chase at the end, well, okay, there's nothing big about it. During the chase at the end, Sean's character is driving, I think he's driving an Aston Martin, which is been known to be used in a James Bond film or two, so to speak. And yeah, it is so fucking butt ugly to watch. All the humans, if I pull my pants down and put fake eyes and nose on my ass, it would look like these characters. And you may want to watch my ass more than these characters. Because it's ugly as fuck designs. Cheap as shit. And just all the little choices too. Like when they do the 5 years later, the text comes up like a computer. Like you're in the goddamn Matrix. There's this southern style, this duck flying a plane, and she speaks in a southern accent. Her name is Victoria. And then you don't really see her till like near the end of the fucking film. Well, the third act of the film. I'm like, you could easily write this character out and it wouldn't matter much. Or delegate her duties to other characters. She didn't even need to be in the movie. Every human female, I swear, they did like big tits. Is that a good thing? Number one, not in this film because they look ugly as shit. Number two, they're not real. So, you fail either way. And Sean Connery, he sounds bored as hell. He's mumbling through his words, mumbling through his dialogue. Just, okay, we're going. He is, to say half interested would be saying too much. It's just a very just soulless voice performance. And then Alan Cumming as Gordon the Goat. I know it's supposed to be in Scotland, but still, he does sound like he's trying to sound like Shrek. Maybe he was trying to do that on purpose, but I do swear that Alan Cumming is trying to sound like Shrek when he's playing Gordon the Goat. And then Sean Connery has his grandson named Jake. Why he even needs to be in the film, I don't fucking know. It'll cut to him trying to take his grandson to school and the goats go along with him. Cut to the beaver is with all the bunnies and they're doing this thing where They slide down the hill on a log, and they're being pulled behind like water skiing or something, just without the water. And the bunny and the beaver look the same other than the ears. Like the color and the designs and the hair, they look the fucking same, except the bunnies have longer ears, of course. I'm like, really? You guys can't even do a difference between the fucking beaver? At least the beaver and the mom rabbit look almost the fucking same other than the ears. Talk about being lazy. So the dickhead son of the mother rabbit, jealous of the beaver, hating her because he's a dick, gets her to do this thing, but she succeeds and people praise her. And then he's like, well, I could do it better. And he doesn't, and he fucks up. He gets in the water. The mom rabbit gets in the water. Then the beaver goes in to try to rescue the both of them. The mama rabbit gets hit a few times and gets left on these rocks. At least for a little bit. I think she goes back in the water. And then a good chunk of the movie is the younger rabbit stuck on this log and the beaver trying to save him. One rabbit leaves, tries to get Sean Connery, stops his car. Is told what's going on. He's told by this rabbit, this is what's happening. Instead of directly going over there to try to get the shit, he goes back into town to have a fucking town meeting where they pretty much tell him to piss off. Then it's like something about these dams, and then blah, 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 the dams. And I'm like, what was it? I read someone say, that'd be like a house is on fire. But I don't know, you went to the store to talk to your friend about, hey, there's a fire over there. It's like, yeah, I know. It's like, probably a better way to put it. Let's say a family member is hurt at your home. Instead of calling 911, instead of, I don't know, taking them to the hospital, you decide to go to your sister, your cousin's house and have a meeting. What should we do with her who's hurt? I don't know, maybe what you should have done in the fucking first place. Instead of wasting all this motherfucking time. No, instead of going to the water and try to assess the situation and see what you can do to help. No, you go into fucking town and then like it tries to switch it to like very serious moments where the Sean Connery and Alan Cumming see and they find the rabbit, the mama rabbit, and then like Sean Connery's like, oh no, her hind legs may be paralyzed, and the girl's like, come on, you need to move that toe. I'm like, you fucking do it, move that toe. I'm like, okay, it's cool if she moves the toe. Doesn't mean she's gonna be all right. I can imagine kids like watching this. Number one, they'd be flabbergasted at the animation, the voice acting, and all that jazz. Number two, they'd be like, what? She's paralyzed? No, almost. Eventually the rabbit gets saved. The beaver, Gordon, the goat, saves the beaver. But he saves the beaver, but then he grabs his leg, and then he falls in the water, and he's like this. I do not remember why he did that. Why? Did he get hit before? I forget. But he pulls the beaver out, then he's holding his leg, and then he's just there in the water. I don't remember why. I really don't. Then I go get him. Then I gotta do the other shit. And then there's a point where they get the fucking goat, but then it seems like he's dying. Then Sean Connery goes, what if he dies? And they show like their history together. But then during their flashback history together montage, they just throw in a reference to Singing in the Rain. Or Gordon the Goat is doing the Singing in the Rain bit. They just throw in a reference to Casablanca, where they walked it away at the end of that movie. My fucking God, man. Like, why? Why do we have these random... That's the joke. I ain't fucking laughing. I ain't laughing. I ain't laughing for shit. Can't help it, man. Sometimes these bad movies get to you, man. They fucking get you. Get to you, man. They fucking get to you. If he dies, he dies. Fucking die. I don't give a shit if Gordon the Goat dies. But they need to get this fucking bottle, because apparently this bottle has something in it that will save or help the goat. Although when they get the bottle, it's just like a bottle of piss. But, you know, maybe he's a piss taker. He's taking the piss out of it. Maybe he likes the water sports, and, you know, he's like, you must live so you fulfill your teeth more. I don't know, he's a goat. Who knows what the fuck goats are into? Men who stare at goats. I don't fucking know. Oh, another thing I completely even forgot to mention. Another subplot is this cop from the beginning of the movie is still looking for the beaver that escaped. And he's still obsessed with it. And after Gordon is safe, the cop gets the beaver, drives off. That's when Sean Connery gets the Aston Martin car. Obviously an ode to James Bond. Also, there's gadgets in it, like James Bond. Then eventually his character gets on a skateboard. So the closest you will ever see Sean Connery on a skateboard will be this movie, because his character's on it. He's chasing the cop, and he jumps off, and he parachutes. I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are, Roger Moore? Was that the Spiral Love Me? I mean, I think another James Bond film did that too, but I always think of the Spiral Love Me, because it's one of my favorite James Bond films. Or was it... I think it was The Spiral Love Me. Or was it For Your Eyes Only? I think it was The Spiral Love Me. I think it was that. Yeah, anyway, Roger Moore did do it. Which is funny because they reference James Bond, just not the Sean Connery one. Oh well. Eventually, he gets to where he needs to go, saves the beaver, the cop gets arrested, they all celebrate and party. All the ugly-ass fucking people. It's funny, one of the last lines Sean Connery has is... Because I guess there's this girl, and then, like, maybe he's going to get some hanky-panky with this girl, which is a bit creepy, because you see how old this character is. But anyway, Sean Connery says... The things I'd do for Scotland. I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, you mean this movie? Obviously it was written into the script. But I wish to believe the case that he knew what this was, and it's like, the things I do for Scotland, even dog shit like this. Obviously not, because like I said, that was written in the script, but I'm sure that was meant to be one theme, but when you watch it, I was like, yeah, it means something else. That's how of a patriot to do a shitty film like this for your country. I'd be like, I don't know, maybe I should go to Canada. Hey, do you want to star in this movie for the U.S., but it's this shitty, awful animated film? It's patriotic. Do it for your country. I'm like, see what Mexico is like this time of year. I mean, the jokes aren't funny. I mean, there's barely jokes. I keep repeating about how the animation's ugly as fuck, because it is. Sean Connery, he's bored out of his... He just sleepwalking through this role. He really is. And man, this... Oh, God, this... I don't know what else to say. I mean, him being a vet didn't really fucking matter anyway. I guess him assessing the mama rabbit saying she may be paralyzed, but you think as a vet, you know, there's a lot of things of his techniques and his orthodology or his job would come into play in this. No, not really. Not a whole lot. No, have him fucking skateboard. I didn't mention much of the supporting characters because the supporting characters are not much to talk about, honestly. Other than how fucking ugly they are. Same, I mean, the visuals, the animation. I mean, sincerely, you could go on fan-made YouTube videos that have done better animation than this. And that's not even me exaggerating or over-exaggerating. The people that made this film, I would have thought that you just see a little bit of a early stage of the animation, and you would feel just so fucking embarrassed, you would just cancel the project just like that. But no, they didn't. So you get this shit. So, sad state of affairs that this is the last film Sean Connery was involved with. Because the last live action film he did was The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which again has its flaws, but I don't mind it for what it is, although I have issues with it. I don't hate the film, though. I like Sean Connery in it. But this, even then, it just... Yes, granted, years had passed in between, but he really sounded old and he really sounded tired. I mean, I would sound tired too. Tired of this bullshit. Anyway. Take that for you will. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.